What's going on, everyone? It's my back again, and look, this is just a short little snippet at the start of the video. I'll go into the video, but I've just literally, as I'm talking, some bits have just popped up, so I need to add them into the video. Just quickly, again, we've been linked with Leon Bailey today. Apparently Everton are seriously interested by 90 min. I don't necessarily know how reputable they are, but, you know, at the end of the day, Everton are linked in there. Aston Villa are favourites, but you've got Aston Villa, Everton, Leicester, Wolves and Southampton all looking at trying to sign Leon Bailey, who is exactly the sort of player we need. So that could be one. Everton also, according to Football Insider, are heavily involved in bringing Dwight Mcneil to Goodison Park. And apparently, of course, the team that we're fending off to sign him is Aston Villa. Now, if you ask me, who do I want, Leon Bailey or Dwight Mcneil, it's Leon Bailey. I rate Mcneil. I'm not saying I don't. I just rate Bailey slightly higher. I think Bailey's more direct, more aggressive, got quicker feet, and he's quicker, which I think really helps in the Premier League. So that's why I'm sort of all about that. And other rumours, Napoli are interested in selling Koulibaly. Apparently they've slashed their price from 70 to 35 million, according to the Telegraph. And again, we've been linked. It's money. Money's an issue. And we're going to go straight into the video that I just recorded, and you can hear my thoughts on that. It's like Chelsea are making a move for, I think he's Kondu, highly rated centre-back. It looks like they'll fit in the three, but that sort of means that Zuma may be an option for Everton on loan if Michael Kean or Mason Holgate leaves. I watched a little bit of Toffee TV's live at lunchtime today, and actually it was fantastic. It was really, really good. It's really well put together, and, you know, Baz makes a really good point in there. He says about, you know, Mina being our best defender, but he's only got, I think, 21 months left on his contract, and it's scary really with Mina because I rate him really highly. I really do, but I do get concerned by his injuries and the fact he doesn't necessarily play every game, and it's the sort of the same concerns I have with James Rodriguez, and I just worry about that going forward. You know, Everton again have been relinked with Dumfries and Bailey today. Bailey, apparently, Aston Villa have offered £30 million for, because they can. And again, Baz made a really good point on his show, and he said, look, Everton may only have X amount of money to give, but Villa have more. And that's because of financial fair play. So it's a bit of a struggle at the minute. Everton go into a game tomorrow against Pumas, a side that essentially have been roped in to replace Arsenal, because they didn't want to play in the tournament over in Florida, which I understand, actually. I understand to a degree. You know, the cases are coming down in the UK, and, you know, you've got these teams jetting off all over the world. Florida may be a particular hotspot. I know it was at one point because my aunt's a nurse over there, so you know, so I know it was pretty bad. So I can understand from Arsenal's perspective their reluctance. But, you know, it's another game for Everton. It's a game that I'm hoping that Everton can go into and be aggressive and try and dismantle a Pumas side, because, you know, what we noticed the other night was South American football's quick, it's pacey, it's very attacking, it's good football, they play great football, and Everton did struggle with it at times, certainly in the first half. So you like to see that Everton go a little bit different in this game. Maybe see a few more minutes for some of the players that didn't necessarily play, you know, that many. We don't need to see 70 minutes from Iwobi again. We don't need that. But maybe give Nathan Broadhead more minutes. Maybe give, you know, Anthony Gordon more minutes. Maybe see Damari Gray from the start and Andros Townsend. Maybe James Rodriguez gets more than 45 minutes. And Moise Kean gets more than 45 minutes, because these are players that we need to be seeing, whether they're going to be players at Everton Football Club next season, whether that be a sale or a loan in the youngsters' cases. And obviously our new signing, Damari Gray, we want to see more of him. Andros Townsend, we want to see more of him. Good halves that they played. So we want to see more of them. And then obviously with Moise Kean and James Rodriguez, you know, we've got this big thing, and me and Mills, he touched on it yesterday, you know, about whether they are going to be Everton players next season. You know, there's been a lot of speculation around PSG and Moise Kean. I suspect PSG won't come back to the table until August. I think they'll play Everton a little bit, and I think Everton are not necessarily in the position to be able to argue with it. You know, it's not like Everton can say 50 million and he's yours. We haven't got the power to do that financially this transfer window because of financial fair play. And you know, the same issue is occurring with Dumfries, with other teams interested in him, and Everton just can't pull the trigger on the buy, you know, and can't raise the funds needed to comply with financial fair play. And a lot of people have mentioned about Aston Villa spending money. You know, they've been linked with, you know, Emile Smith-Rowe, 35 million pound bids, rejected by Arsenal. They've signed Buendia. They're now being after Bailey at £30 million or £35 million. You know, they're proving that whether it's the Grealish money or not, they're not worried about financial fair play, and that's the issue Everton have got this summer. That is it down to a nutshell. It's financial fair play. The fact that our turnover and our spending has been absolutely ludicrous for the best part of 4 years now, really. Last season, you can argue we probably did spend within our means, but the 3 seasons before that we didn't. You know, we certainly didn't. And the worst one was Klassen, Rooney, Sigurdsson, all of those players coming in. Michael Keane, Pickford. You know, Everton spent £100 million that summer, and it wasn't great. You know, it wasn't great. We ended up going backwards. You know, some of our best players left, and it was a real struggle. So I don't know. I have real concerns about the transfer window this season if we can't move these players off the books. You know, these Iwobis, these Gomez, Moise Kean. If he wants to be at Everton, then fair enough. You know, I'll give him another chance. But if he doesn't want to be at Everton, we need to be moving them on. And I suspect with the way it's going, it'll be a loan with a £10 million loan fee or something like that to PSG, because you know they can get away with it. You know, they know Everton need the £10 million, and if it's £10 million up front, that might be a bit more money where we can say to Bayer Leverkusen, right, we've got 15 million now, we can pay you 15 million next year, or we can pay you 15 million now and we can spread the rest of the payments over whatever length of time, you know, whatever. But we're not financially in a good place, and we're seeing it's really hurting us. As mentioned, I will be in Liverpool on Friday. I'm coming up for the Bullens Night. It's at the Beer Keller. I think it starts at 7, but I will be in Liverpool from about 12 o'clock because I'm going to be doing some filming over at Goodison Park and around the Bramley Moor pub, etc. So really looking forward to that. And that'll be exciting. It'll be good. It'll be interesting to get back up there. You know, I miss the place. I miss Liverpool, I miss the people, I miss the city, I miss the atmosphere of the people, and it'll be a great night at the Bullens Night. You know, you've got a great podcast crew. You've got I can't remember exactly who's going, but there's tons, absolutely tons of things that you can win if you buy raffle tickets. Like, honest to God, and this stuff is quality stuff. I'm not going to overgun it, but I'm serious. There's a lot of chances to win. And it could be really, 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 really good. You know, you stick your 20 raffle tickets in or whatever, and you know you're going to be winning signed shirts, footballs. Honestly, quality material. I'm probably talking. There's probably a grand's worth of prizes there, so if not more. So really worth it if you can make it out. And then if not, obviously you're more than welcome to come out and have a drink with us after. You know, I don't plan on going home at 10 o'clock, I can assure you. I'm stopping over in Liverpool. If anyone's got a game of football on the Saturday, I'll be really interested in playing. If anyone wants to hook it up or sort it out. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to coming home and being in the city and going to Everton 1 and being around Goodison again. And, you know, it's been far too long. It's been far too long, and I really, really hope that we can just get back to some form of normality. I really do. In terms of other things about Everton, look, I think Bramley Moor, it's great news. They've talked about having a webcam there and people being able to see it, and that's really positive as well. You know, this is Everton proving that they want to keep the fans involved. They want to show what's happening. And when I read the statement from Everton last night, and we were, you know, you could clearly see what was being written, and it says in the statement about Everton wanting to, you know, have a fan impact and stuff like that. Really, really good. Really, really good stuff. And, you know, how it's still going to be a site that's historically significant. And if the ground was to be dismantled in 100 years' time, it can be turned back into a dock. I mean, how amazing is that? And you've got the World Heritage Site telling Everton and Liverpool City Council and all the people involved that, you know, this isn't a World Heritage Site. It's a joke. Like, it's an absolute joke. And I would love any of them who work for those sites to come on this channel and explain to me their decision behind it, because they haven't been in the city for 10 years and they haven't got a clue how misused that dock was, you know, how derelict it was in parts. I know there was concerts there, but it's certainly not the same as what's going to be there. Infrastructure, you know, genuine, passionate people working dockside, getting Liverpool in the front of everyone's eyes. And I think the World Heritage Organisation are a joke, but that's a little side note. Rosebud will be with me tomorrow for a video that we'll have recording. We've also got Sweet and Sour Soccer. We've also got Callum coming back with another video, and there's just loads of content here, there and fucking everywhere on this channel at the minute. And there's going to be more content coming over the weekend while I piece together this video that I'm recording on Friday about how much Liverpool really means to me and all of that stuff. So it's great, it's good. I'm leaving it there. Like, I haven't got tons of news to tell you. There's no point sort of breaking your heads along it. But for me, it's key that we get this window right. And as I say, in terms of links, there isn't loads. Guys, have a good one and peace.